Visual literacy and why it matters. Because trust me, it really does. For instance, let's say your friend is about to drink from this beautiful bottle, but you know if he does, he'll be turned into a brain-eating zombie. Well, you could just tell him, hey, if you drink that, you'll turn into a brain-eating zombie. Or you could even write it on the bottle. Or, and brace your eyes a little bit, you could just show him this or put this on the bottle. This way of communicating is faster and more effective. And there are two components of this visual communication that make this true. First of all, we have color. And secondly, visual symbols and metaphors. Colors all have different physical, mental, and emotional effects on us, making them a key tool for anyone who deals with communication through visuals. For instance, in this still from Wes Anderson's short, Hotel Chevalier, we see yellow is a very common theme. The entire hotel room is decorated in yellow, even down to his bathrobe. While yellow is often viewed as a sunny, happy color, it can also have an unnerving effect as well. When using a darker shade, or even overusing this color, it can come across negatively, disturbing and unsettling, and most importantly in this case, cowardly. See, our protagonist, played by Jason Schwartzman, is staying in this hotel to run and hide away from his ex-girlfriend. But don't worry, she finds him. I specifically like this picture because not only does it show the color being used, but it also has an interesting use of lines. Do you see it? There are lines throughout this entire short, however, I especially like this example because it is in the bedroom and on the bed. These vertical lines create a subtle, subconscious allusion to how our protagonist is caged by his cowardice, especially in this scene where he learns his ex-lover has found him. See how the lines seem to resemble the bars of a cage or jail cell? These lines can be considered a visual metaphor. Once you've seen it, it's hard to look at it any other way, and I can assure you that this is not a coincidence. When it's someone's job to design a visual, they have reasons for their decisions, and that reason is usually visual communication. So, if you've learned anything from my past presentation, it's that advertisers are sneaky liars that are pretty much all out to get you. And okay, so maybe that's a little dramatic, but I'm being honest when I say they understand the power of visual communication, and they're using it. And you better believe it doesn't stop there. That's right, even Disney knows the importance of visual literacy. Almost every Disney villain is either wearing purple, dark red, black, or a mixture of these three colors. For instance, we have Dr. Facilier, the voodoo magician, and yes, that's his real name and title, and he's covering all of the visual bases. He's wearing purple, which represents cruelty, magic, royalty, and death. Dark red, which represents rage, violence, seduction, and wrath. It's also the color of blood. He is even bearing the visual symbol or metaphor of a skull and crossbones. And also, for some reason, he's wearing like a midriff-bearing crop top, which I think pretty much just communicates that he wants to be beautiful. So when we go back to our original example, we can see it is an effective way of communicating a message because of the color and the visual symbols. The skull and crossbones are a universal visual metaphor that communicates danger or death. We see it and make this connection without words. The color red is associated with energy, danger, and can often raise blood pressure and heart rate, as well as induce quick decision making. If you look at it long enough, you'll begin to feel these changes, which will immediately subside when your eyes are presented with the color blue, because it's more calming. Did you feel that wave of relief when I presented the blue slide? Well, if you didn't, maybe you will now, because my presentation is finally over.